Players only love you when they're playing. That was Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. And this is Daydream by Band-Maid. All right, we're going to check out some more Band-Maid. This is one that just universally keeps coming up in the comments as, okay, you've done two pretty heavy rock ones. This is something a little bit different. And that's what I'm here for. I want to check out the diversity of these bands' catalogs. And look, don't panic. It seems like I'm going to be going down a pretty deep rabbit hole with Band-Maid, so I will get to your other performances soon enough. But yeah, this one just sort of piqued my interest because it just came up so readily in the comments. And so look, lyrically, daydreaming of you. A lot of it's in Japanese, so we're just going to have to go by feel on this one. This came off the album World Domination in 2018, so it's not super old. Yeah, and you know what? I know what to expect now with Band-Maid, so I won't sort of make too many predictions, but yeah, hopefully this is as stunning as you guys are making it out to be. Here we go. Band-Maid, Daydreaming. Great feel. There's some really nice, really subdued rhythm guitar happening in the left ear here. I'm assuming there's going to be something kicks in on the right in a second, but a lot of times this is the kind of thing that as a casual listener you might miss. Sonically something's going on, but if you really focus on your left ear right now, you'll hear this sort of really cool sort of, it's sort of like this, it's a little bit loose, but a delicate sort of semi-clean kind of guitar sound. Yeah, it's definitely just the left ear. Yeah, that's what she's playing on. Okay, before it changes tonality too much, I've been trying to peg sort of the vibe of the rockier parts was really reminding me of something, and I don't think it's a particular song. I think it's a musical concept that's utilized by a lot of songs. I'm hearing, it's that sort of driving the beat, pushing the beat forward kind of rhythm, that's sort of similar to what you might find in, is it My Hero by Foo Fighters? It just has that sort of uplifting, sort of pushing forward, racing heartbeat, but slow tempo kind of thing. I've heard 30 Seconds to Mars do something similar as well a lot of times. But I think in the comments, I remember somebody saying everybody hears something a little bit different. and that they hear you too. And I know exactly what it is. It's because, particularly when it gets through to that chorus part, there's like a up here somewhere or whatever. There's like this consistent sort of thing going on that sort of gives it that consistent tempo. But that's like 100% the wheelhouse of The Edge, who's the guitar player from U2. He sort of makes these dream, like they also do it in Coldplay as well. It's this dream-like sort of, slow tempo, like that's the tempo. But over the top, you got these sort of like, for whatever reason, it just has this power to sort of make something feel uplifting, and again, dream-like and ethereal. And so I love the fact that the song is called Daydreaming, and it's about that sort of being in a state of like somnambulism or whatever, where you're sort of checked out from reality. And they've underpinned that by making the song sonically feel like it's floaty and levitated and free, And so I love it when musicians do that. They say without words what the song's about, So let's go back a little bit because I don't want to miss anything. Yeah, see, so on the left, the guitar player is playing the basic chords of the song, which is like, you sort of stuff. And then you'll have someone up here going, I'm butchering this, I'm sorry, but whatever she's playing up the top there, with a cleaner sound than this, actually. That's sort of... I'd have to reset up my guitar. But, that's the beauty of having two guitar players, is you can do stuff like that where you have somebody underpinning the rhythm who's locked in with the bass guitar and somebody who's doing these little harmonic parts above that sort of give you this beautiful range of frequencies in the mix, But you can sort of see it right in that wide shot of the band. You can see, if you watch both the guitar players, you can see exactly what they're doing. One of them is playing the core sort of mid-tone sort of guitar riffs, and the other one is doing like a harmony part above that. Nice. Come on. It's just a great bass sound too. So before we get too far ahead, I know people are screaming at me, you should have said something about the guitar solo. Guitar solo was great. Again, like I say about these guys every single time, it's no more or no less than it needs to be. It's tasteful, it's melodic, it's musical. I love the fact that she's using open string pull-offs there to sort of give more frequency range in it. So it's not all just high middly stuff. It's like diddle diddle diddle, you know. And again, that ties in nicely with the rest of this sort of harmonic part, you know. So good. So good. Oh, that's cool. I also, just before we move on, I just want to call out the great work the bass player is doing in this song. Like you guys have all said, she's amazing and absolutely, just like everyone else in this band, is firing on all cylinders. But what works beautifully in this song is that she has a really subdued bass sound. It's not, there's not a lot of attack on it. It's more just a nice rounded sort of do 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 rather than a dug dug dug, you know. But she's playing around with her octaves and slides and stuff so well, particularly towards the end here, where like in between when there's a drum fill, you'll see like a do 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 do, you know, that sort of thing. It just adds to the flightiness of the whole song. You can see it now. Awesome. All right, check in after the ad break and I'll give you a summary. Hey guys, this video is made possible by Enchroma. 1 in 6 guys and 1 in 200 women are colorblind, and if that happens to be you, there's something you can do about it. Click the link in the description, it'll take you to Enchroma's website where you can get a free eye test. And while you're there, maybe pick up some corrective lenses. They've got styles to suit everybody and a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you got really nothing to lose. And while you're there, use the code CHAOS in checkout to get 10% off. Tell them Primal Chaos sent you. All right, and we're back. Yeah, so I mean, much like all of the other Band-Maid reactions I've done, there's I'm not going to say there's not much more to say, but there's a few things that keep consistently coming up, and that is they're incredibly proficient musicians, but they play to serve the song, you know. And again, that I say those sort of things, and in the comments it gets reiterated. Yes, they just do that. Everything is to serve the song. It's just classy, you know. Like this is just classy rock music. It's you know, there's nothing to challenging about liking it. Everybody should like this band. It's just that simple, you know. I mean, there's going to be outliers who like things that are way more aggressive, or they like things that, you know, they don't like things that fit the status quo. Like I just literally just reacted to Dillinger Escape Plan, who are the exact opposite of this band. I mean, both very proficient musicians, but as far as what their goal is, it couldn't be more different. But me personally, I feel like there's room in everybody's hearts and minds to like more than just one thing, you know. You don't have to choose. But for me, this is super easy to listen to. It's super easy to get into. There's always something extra you can find in there if you listen to it for the 10th or 20th time, because there's enough complexity there to keep you coming back. It's just fun. They're just fun to listen to. It's not challenging, but it doesn't need to be. You know, sometimes you just want somebody doing the job who just does their job perfectly. You know, and so they're not trying too hard. They're not trying to be someone they're not. They're just playing for the love of the music, and you can see that when you see them perform live. They're just loving what they're playing. There's no question. They're not going, man, I really don't like this song. You know, it's like from, you know, the small amount I've seen, it's like we're playing great music for awesome people and we're having a blast. That seems to be, if there was like a mission statement for Band-Maid, that's what it would be, you know? But yeah, like I said, I really love the tone and the feel of this song. I like those sort of dreamy, floaty kind of songs. It always seems to take me along for the ride with it. You know, Gorillaz, what's that song by Gorillaz? Feel Good Inc. is the same. sort of has that feeling of whimsy. Whimsy is the word, right? That's exactly what it is. And these guys have just nailed that sensation, you know, both musically. Also, the music video doesn't hurt too. It works really well. But, you know, I feel like in the hands of a lesser band, this may have been a little bit pedestrian. But these guys have the talent to take a song that's relatively simple like this. Not diminishing the writing or anything like that. I mean, just by the nature of what it is, it's a slow-paced ballad. Well, it's not really a ballad. It's like, I should say it's more of a medium-paced, easy listening rock song, right? But you could play that really simply, or you could put all of the pieces in the perfect formation to make it perfect. And there is art in being able to handle simplicity, right? In a professional and heightened way. And it takes a great amount of talent to be able to do that. You know, most people feel like if there's room to move, they've got to fill it with something, you know, and that's not the case here. This is so cool. Anyway, that's basically all I've got to say. I really enjoyed it. That's definitely going on my personal playlist. I really like that song. Much like so far all the Band-Maid songs. And yeah, thanks guys. If you feel like I've brightened your day at all, feel free to buy me a coffee. I'll leave a link in the description. Like, share, follow, subscribe. You know, as much as I'm not here about the numbers, I'm here about the music and the community and all that sort of stuff. I've kind of got this weird long-term goal now where I want to get that YouTube play button. If I get the YouTube play button, I feel like I'll have achieved something in my miserable life. And we're not there yet. I think we're closing in on 6,000 subscribers, which again, it just boggles my mind. But let's see if we can bump that up to 100K. Who knows, maybe one day. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate all the comments. It's getting increasingly difficult to get through to everyone, particularly when there's bands like this that everyone's so passionate about. Every time I put one of these videos up, the problem compounds because I get so many more comments sort of raining down on top of the pile I haven't gotten through yet, you know. But I'm doing my best, and I'll get to it eventually. Maybe I just need to start doing some reactions to some more average bands for a little bit so I can catch up. But like, I love you guys so much for sticking around and educating me and sort of keeping me honest and keeping me sort of on this tangent. So thank you so much again, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.